Hey everyone, Jam here, and welcome to Bash and Brush. And let's just get straight into this sermon of blood. So first thing I had to do when I wanted to create this World Eaters Chaplain is obviously find a body and a pose that I thought would work. And I've been eyeballing the Chaos Havocs for a long time because they're just really chunky models and they just look prime for Chaos Champion kitbashing. And probably after way too long of overthinking this, I finally picked out which pose and body I wanted out of the kit, because I kind of want a pose where he's standing on top of a mountain, hands stretched out into the air, just screaming his bloody prayers to Khorne. So I picked out a pose that's quite static and standing upright. For me, kitbashing is all about telling a story. But speaking of Chaos kits, I recently bought the Chaos Champion from the Chosen kit, or the Chosen Champion, I don't know exactly what it's called, for another kitbash, which will be coming out soon. But I had this Chaosy cloak left over and I thought it would look quite nice on this dude, so I did a bit of snipping and just glued it on the back. Now this big chunky backpack, which is also from the Havocs kit, I used it because I had a spare one lying around. But it is also very chunky, it's probably a bit too big for this model. So I don't know, maybe I should have gone for the standard kind of berserker backpack for this guy. And as you can see here, I'll go through quite a few little dry fits, just using my blue tack, trying out different weapons, different poses, different heads. And this one here at the end with the kind of power maul and the plasma pistol is kind of the pose I wanted, but at the same time, I just didn't want the plasma pistol, I just wanted something different, a bit more brutal. So instead of just making my life easy and gluing this on, I decided to not use these at all. Instead, I'm gonna take this giant power maul thingy from the Age of Sigmar Chosen kit and I'm gonna slap it on this plasma gun arm. And all I do here is I use my hobby knife, I cut out the hands as neat as possible because I'm gonna be gluing all the extra parts back together again. Then I did the same thing with the plasma pistol, I just gently cut it off, trying to keep the hand intact because we're gonna pin this all together. And to do that, I get a paper clip and I shove that through the hand, I glue the top maul part onto it, and I use super glue on the paper clip itself, and then when I put it down to the model, obviously I use plastic glue. And I just do the same for the handle. Now I've got the weapon I wanted, something big, chunky, brutal looking, and you've also got that unarmored World Eater arm, which is obviously very iconic for the Legion. Now, next thing I wanted to do before I glued the arms on was add a bit more Khorne iconography onto this dude because he doesn't have anything at the moment. And he's got that big eye thing in the middle of his chest, so I just used my hobby knife and I cut that eye down and kind of smooth it out flat. And then I grab a Khorne symbol from the Berserkers kit, just trim it off one of their little chains or something. But in its default state, it's way too chunky, so I just get this little nail file and I just slowly file it down till it gets a lot thinner. Now, spoilers, I probably could have filed it down even more. I still feel like the end result was still too thick. The thinner the better, kind of blends into the model a bit more. But yeah, once that was there, I just glued it on in the center. Alright, so the next part's not strictly kit bashing per se, but I wanted to get the base done first before I really nailed in the pose, because the base I feel like is going to be a big part of this. And like I told you in the beginning, I wanted it to look like he's standing on top of maybe a cliffside or something like that, just screaming and praying to Khorne. So I really want to stack this up with about 3 layers of thin cork. Now usually I don't like to go above 2 because it starts to look a little bit ridiculous, but it just needs to be high for this model. But one little pro tip I will give you with cork bases is that the problem a lot of people do is they just break the cork, glue it on, job done, and it just kind of looks like cork to me. It doesn't really look like stone or whatever it is trying to do. Now, apart from slicing the edges to be at an angle and stuff like that, what you can do is again get this nail file out and just start filing away at the edges, and it really smooths it out and you start getting actual rocky, more natural looking terrain. And once the little rocky formation was done, I wanted to add a little spice onto this base, something that probably no one will ever notice, but I wanted to put skulls on the base. Obviously that's what you do with Khorne, but I put 8 skulls down, so you know, the number of Khorne is 8, so I thought that was quite a fun little detail. And one other quick detail I wanted to stick onto this model before really posing him out was this back banner, which again comes from the 40k chosen kit. I had it lying around and it fits pretty much perfect, and obviously with the severed heads and stuff like that, again, perfect for Khorne. Now, two things. One, I went for this giant clawed power fist hand, which is from the new Chaos Lord kit, by the way. I just wanted it because, again, that whole reaching up to the skies, praying kind of thing, and the outstretched hand just felt perfect for me. And the second thing I had to go for to really make him that chaplain-y kind of vibe was a Khorne helmet, but with more of a skull vibe to it. So I had to hit up the Chaos Blood Warriors kit from Age of Sigmar, and I just found the most angry, most yelly face out of that kit, with obviously the whole skull face thing on the go. So it's the perfect blend of a 40k chaplain mixed with Khorne, in my opinion. But the main thing I wanted to do on this model was make a very Khorne version of a priesty shawl. Now in the real world, priests and stuff have those shawls, but also in 40k chaplains, they tend to have like long strips of parchment or something like that hanging around kind of chest neck area. So like I said, I wanted to mimic this, but in a Khornate way. So what do we do with that? Chains. So I whipped out some jewelry chain here, and I started kind of measuring the height and length I wanted them. Then I used my clippers to snip them off and glue them on. Now I'm just using a toothpick here to kind of getting into little nooks and crannies, glue the chain on, and I just kind of did that for about 6 chains, 3 on each side. But the way they were laid out didn't quite feel right to me. The one with the power fist side just felt really nicely spread out, and the one with the power maul just felt really cramped together. So I chucked on another 1 on each side to kind of even it out. And not intentionally, again, that makes 8 chains. I really didn't plan that out. Now if you're wondering, aren't these chains going to move and dangle? No, the secret is just to get your super glue on your toothpick and just lightly run the super glue around the chains to get that glue between the links. It all kind of hardens up and makes one solid mass. Now I don't want too much super glue because I made this mistake in some places where it creates weird fuzzy blobs between the links. Now I was kind of feeling like the area just underneath the power fist arm, like on his leg, just felt very empty. Because obviously on the other side you got the giant power maul, you've got the cape blowing that way, so it felt quite busy. So initially I was thinking of maybe putting some sort of chaosy horn thing there, so you know he's blowing the horn of war or something like that, but didn't feel quite right to me, so I just went for the kind of bog standard chains and skulls. But once that was on there, it still didn't quite balance out for me, so I got another chain with a skull from the Berserker kit, and I glued that in like slightly behind near the cape. Oh, and before I forget, I also stuck 2 little scully chain ornaments under the backpack as well. But with all that said, let's cut to a little painted reveal. And there you have him, ladies and gents, in all his blood-soaked glory. And maybe a bit too much blood, because yeah, the base is flowing with it, his weapon is, but you know, it's Khorne, and he's a priest of Khorne, like I said before. I feel like there needs to be a lot more blood on this guy. But as always, if you enjoyed the video, if there's any thoughts and feedback, leave them in the comments below. Well, you know what to do. There's the subscribe, like, and share. It helps the channel out massively. And if you do fancy going that step further to help me keep my bits box full, then there's always a YouTube, membership, and Patreon. Thanks as always, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.